My ex-fiancé left me for a girl he met on TikTok. After 7 years together, it was a gut-wrenching, soul-crushing betrayal. But a month later, while he was 6 states away with his new girlfriend, he sent a text message asking about our dog. I told him I'd send him pictures. Little did he know, he was about to get a front row seat to the most glorious revenge story ever told. If you've ever felt the sweet taste of vindication, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and get ready for a story where justice isn't just served, it's exquisitely crafted. Let's dive in. For 7 years, my life was intertwined with his. We built a home, a routine, a future. We were more than just a couple. We were an institution, the kind of relationship where you finish each other's sentences and know what the other is thinking with just a look. I never once questioned his loyalty. Then, January hit, and with it, a creeping, unsettling chill. A new name started popping up in our conversations. This girl from TikTok. At first, it was casual. She was just a friend who had a similar sense of humor. But the mentions grew more frequent, more insistent. Every time I asked about her, a wall would go up. His face would tighten just a fraction, a barely perceptible shift that spoke volumes. The classic line came out, like a well-rehearsed mantra, "Don't worry, babe, she's just my best friend." I wanted to believe him. I fought against my own intuition, telling myself I was being paranoid, insecure. I loved this man. I trusted this man. But every night as I lay in bed, the fear of the unknown, the fear of a virtual stranger stealing the man I was going to marry, would coil in my stomach. The trust I had so freely given was slowly, painstakingly eroding away. The end didn't come with a bang. It came with a whisper. A few weeks ago, we had an argument. It wasn't about the TikTok girl, or at least not directly. It was about something small, insignificant. The kind of fight that's really about everything that's left unsaid. It was a pressure valve releasing, a final gasp before the air ran out completely. When we were done, we both knew it was over. The silence that followed was heavier than any words we could have exchanged. And in the very same breath that we called it off, the mask fell away. The man who had spent months denying his emotional affair suddenly had a new social media profile picture. It was him and her. He was posting about how much he loved his new girl. The photos, the gushing captions. It was a public declaration of a new life that had been carefully cultivated behind my back for months. It was a brazen, unapologetic display of his new happiness, while I was still reeling from the wreckage of our old one. He didn't waste any time. A month after we broke up, she was gone from TikTok and in his life for real. He'd driven 6 states away, picked her up, and brought her back to live with him at his dad's house. I sat in our home, the home that was once filled with our plans and dreams, and I watched him build a new one with a stranger in what felt like the blink of an eye. The pain was sharp, but the injustice of it all was a dull, constant ache. He didn't just move on, he sprinted. In the middle of all this chaos and betrayal, there was one constant. One living, breathing source of unconditional love. Rosie, our dog. She was our shadow, our furry child. When we broke up, the question of what to do with her was a moment of unexpected clarity. I owned the house we lived in. I had the stability, the space. And Rosie had her pack. My roommate's 2 dogs, with whom she had become an inseparable trio of chaotic fluff and joy. He agreed. He knew she would be happier here with me. It was a rare moment of us seeing eye to eye. But he had one last request. Please just send me pictures of her. Keep me updated on how she's doing. His voice was soft, laced with a familiar sadness. For a split second, I saw the old him, the man who would take Rosie for long walks and wrestle with her on the floor. It was a fleeting glimpse of the person I thought I knew. He wanted to hold on to a piece of our life together. He wanted to feel like he was still a part of her world, even though he'd so easily walked out of mine.
And that's when it hit me, a spark of pure, unadulterated brilliance. My mind raced. He wanted to feel connected, to feel a part of our dog's life? Fine. I would give him exactly what he asked for. The idea was so simple, so perfect, it was almost laughable. I said, "Sure, I'll email you some photos every few months." He didn't flinch. He just said thank you. He had no idea what was coming. My revenge wouldn't be dramatic. It wouldn't be a public spectacle. It would be a slow drip, a quiet daily reminder of his betrayal. It was the digital equivalent of a paper cut. Insignificant at first, but a constant nagging irritation. It was a work of art, a subtle masterpiece of poetic justice. Every day since then, as the sun rises, I watch Rosie trot out into the backyard. I grab my phone, a small grin playing on my lips. She finds her favorite spot, circles it a few times, and gets to business. And I get to work. I've become the Poop-arazzi. I take pictures of Rosie pooping. And I don't just take one. I get all different angles. A close-up of the effort, a wide shot of the majestic squat. I've even taken a couple of videos, a full 360-degree view of the glorious act. The first picture was a classic, a mid-squat, wide-eyed shot of Rosie doing her thing. I immediately saved it. The next day, I got another one, this time from a different vantage point, showcasing the sheer concentration on her face. A few days later, I captured a video, a full pan of the backyard, ending on Rosie in her natural, uninhibited glory. I'm building an archive, a beautiful, messy collection of moments that he thinks he's missing out on. Every time I hit send on one of these carefully curated emails, a piece of the pain I felt when I saw his new profile picture gets just a little bit smaller. I'm not sending them right away, of course. That would be too quick, too obvious. The true genius of this plan is the long game. I'm letting them pile up. In a couple of months, when he's settled into his new life, his new home with his new girl, he'll get the email he asked for, but it won't be a sweet, nostalgic collection of photos. It will be an inbox full of our shitting dog, a constant reminder of exactly what I think about him. And the best part? The revenge isn't just a reaction. It's a testament to my own strength. He left me for a younger woman he met on social media. He sprinted into a new life, but I'm not just surviving. I'm thriving. I'm reconnecting with old friends. I'm exploring new hobbies. I'm building a life that is my own, not one that's built for two. Rosie and I are just fine. She's got her pup friends and gets belly rubs every day. She's happy, and so am I. His actions told me everything I needed to know. His words were empty promises, but his choices were the truth. And my revenge, it isn't about him at all. It's about me. It's about finding humor in the pain, power in the small victories, and realizing that the most satisfying revenge I could ever have is simply being better off without him. If you've ever found a creative way to get back at someone who wronged you, I want to hear your story. Leave a comment below and share your moment of poetic justice. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories where the bad guy gets what's coming to him. Now go out there and be the main character in your own revenge story.